Hello lovely friends. I am, well, probably, I don't even know what I'm captioning this video, but from whatever the caption is, you can probably guess by what we're doing here today. So I am going through some of our baby items that we've gotten for this pregnancy. Some items we've obviously had for other pregnancies like Capsule and Pram and stuff, but I do have different ones this time around that I'd love to show you that I got really good bargains on. And some items that we didn't have for the other pregnancies and other babies, and I really wanted to get them this time because I know how beneficial they will be. Sorry, hiccup. How beneficial they will be, and how much easier hopefully they will make newborn / baby life. So I've got a little bit to get through. The kids are in the next room watching a movie. They're about to go to bed, so I'm sorry if you hear much background noise from them. I'm out of breath. I'm tired. It's like not even 7 o'clock and I'm so tired. Got my giant bottle of water that I'm trying to get through because hydration is so important when you're pregnant, truly. So I'm not actually sure where to even start. I think I'll start with the bigger items. I do want to say, I know we are not well off financially by any means. We are a family on one wage. Everything I've got here, I have saved up for. A lot of stuff, which I'll show you, I've bought secondhand. Just because I could have bought it new, but I just thought, you know, this probably is our last baby. I don't need to spend a fortune. I think if you're going to, you know, you're going to have like 2 or 3 babies or something, 100%, I mean, definitely try and shop secondhand to start off with because you get so many good bargains on like a Facebook marketplace or something like that, or, you know, just by knowing someone. Obviously some items you're going to want new, but I guess if you already know that you're planning to have multiple kids and you can afford to get new, then for sure do that because you know you're going to get like a lot of use out of stuff and then you can always sell things afterwards. So all the stuff we've bought or saved up for, I know that I'm going to be reselling after this baby anyway. But yeah, so I'll show you some of the items I have. I'll also sort of point out, if I think of it as I go, what I think is more of an essential and what you can live without if it's like budget or if you just don't want to have to buy so much stuff, which like you totally don't have to do. Sorry. I am so out of breath today. I've had the worst Braxton Hicks all day and no matter what I do, I cannot seem to get my breath. My mum watched the kids while I went and did groceries earlier and a few other things. And I was huffing and puffing around this goddamn supermarket and I was like dawdling. Sam's like, are you actually okay? And I'm like, I actually don't even know. Like I can't breathe properly. It's like, I get this with my asthma, and I'm not saying this is asthma related, but it's a similar feeling where it's like you're trying to take like a really deep breath and you just can't quite get there. Like you just can't quite get it. That was actually a good one. Right, so I might just reposition the camera so you can see. Don't mind me, I'm actually in our playroom, which if we're still living here when she comes, this will be her bedroom. Our house is currently for sale, so I don't know where we're going to be living, but you know, we'll worry about that later. So I'll reposition you and I'll show you, I'll start with the bigger items. So I'll start with the Pram and the Capsule and stuff and we'll go from there. So give me a second. I figured I would just actually hold it while I'm talking to you. Excuse all the mess in the background. So well, not really a funny story, but with this Pram, I actually almost went to buy it brand new. I think brand new it was maybe $1,100. I think that came with the seat and the bassinet, I think. And I was almost going to buy it, and then that day, I think, or the day before I was going to do it, I happened to see it on Facebook Marketplace and I thought, oh my God, what are the actual chances? I think it was on there for $650 and I said, would you take $600? I can collect tonight. And she said yes, so I went and picked it up, saw it. It literally looks like it's brand new. There's like a couple of tiny marks on it, but like you wouldn't know unless you're really looking over it. Otherwise it looks brand new. And it came with the bassinet and with the seat. So I bought it, grabbed it. I had a Baby Jogger City Select before, which is a double pram. It is quite heavy, or I found it quite heavy. I've got a really bad back. And this is so much lighter, so much lighter. Like, I could not recommend this pram actually enough. I cannot wait till she's here so I can use it. But I sold my Baby Jogger City Select for, I think it was 600. So it was pretty much a straight swap, which I was stoked about. Absolutely stoked, because I thought James is way too big for a pram. I'm never going to use a double pram again. There's no point in having a big, bulky, heavy double pram just to be used as a single. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Best find ever. I'm sorry, I'm just so out of breath. I probably sound horrendous. I'm really sorry. Anyway, I'll show you the pram. All this mess over here, we'll go through that in a minute. But it's a Babybee Rover, or BabyBee Rover 3, I think it's actually called. So there's not that much wear in the tyres. The basket I thought was as big as what it needs to be. Like, you don't, for me, I don't put heaps in there, just like maybe a lunchbox or a drink bottle. It came with this bassinet with this little cover here. So super warm and cozy. Got a little zip here in there. Fold that back. This obviously comes off and you attach this onto the chair. So I thought this was like really amazing condition as well. So obviously you just clip that out and put that one in, and you can have them facing you or facing out. But yeah, I loved that. I thought that was really nice. And I think you can like tilt it when it's in the pram. You can like tilt it so it's more flat or whatever you want to do. I haven't decided if I want to get a pram liner or not, because I quite like the all black, but pram liners can be cute. And then yeah, the baby bar obviously just clips into here. Whew, I'm out of breath. I also like, it's got an easier brake than the last pram I had. Much easier on the feet. It's got the telescopic handle, which Sam loves because obviously he's much taller than I am. And it also come with this little pram caddy. So pop your phone, your keys, or some snacks, your drink, whatever. And it magnetizes closed. That's better English, Georgia. And it is so light. So light. And it's actually quite compact for a single pram, or just for a pram in general. Whew. I feel like I need to stop filming and just get my breath because this is ridiculous. Yeah, but I really, really love it. It's so compact, really small, like this way, lengthways. I can't really do it with both hands. I love how like you can pull that little bit out from the bassinet, so they're really sheltered from the wind. Over here, this one I think is the big rain cover for the seat, which I might try and find a little, just a cheap little bag or something to fold that into, and I just keep them in there for when you need them. You could just keep it in the car, but I guess it's usually when you're out and about that suddenly you're like, oh my God, it's suddenly pouring. So I got those for 600. It literally looks like it's brand new. I think she said they'd never used the bassinet. But yeah, I love it. It's just so compact, amazing steering. It's the best pram we've had. We actually have had a different pram for each baby, which is probably kind of stupid because really if you're going to invest in a pram, you would hope it would last you all those children, but that's fine. It is what it is. So that's our pram. Actually highly recommend. I love them, and they're not as badly priced as what some other ones are, like the Red's Baby or Eye Candy or, you know, all those sorts of ones. Or like the Silver Cross or whatever. But I love this. I love it so much. And like I said, I actually cannot wait to use it. I'm just so grateful that we got it for like half of what I would have spent new, and it basically is new. So 100%, again, keep an eye on Marketplace or something because you never know what you'll find. I was just so lucky to grab it quick. And my next purchase was a very similar situation. So I had sold that's really close. Hi guys, how you going? That's personal. I had sold my Capsule after James because we weren't sure if we were having another one. I don't really know why I sold. I sold a heap of stuff really. Lots of clothes, the baby carrier, the Capsule, like lots of stuff. And so we needed a capsule. And just by chance, I didn't even realise that this capsule that I ended up buying matched perfectly with my Pram. So I didn't need to get any additional adapters, just the ones that it came with. And sorry, my indigestion's also playing up, hence why I keep hiccuping, sorry. And I really liked this one because, I don't know, it just seemed to have really good reviews. Sorry, there's fluff all over it. I had to pick that off because, you know, OCD. James has got a dirty mark on it because he's been trying to climb in it and pretend he's a baby. Whatever, we just go along with that. Yeah, so I almost bought this one new as well. And then I found out that, yeah, it actually matches perfectly with my Pram. And I thought, oh my God, that's too good to be true. So I almost bought this one. This one is the, I can't even think what it's called. The Maxi Cosi Mico 12 LX. I don't know what that stands for, what that means. But I was almost going to buy it. It was $6.99 brand new, but Baby Bunting had, can't think what the percentage was off, but I think it brought it down to like $500, which isn't bad. $200 off a capsule is pretty decent. Anyway, I'm like, you know what? Before I buy it, I might just jump on Facebook Marketplace and see if there is anything that I like on there or anything else that might be suitable or whatever. No joke, the first post that come up, literally around the corner from my house, was someone with twins that was selling 2 of them of the exact same capsule. Obviously, I don't need 2, but I grabbed one. And they wanted to sell them both, together. I am struggling so bad. I am battling. But obviously, not a lot of people just happen to have twins. And I have to say, this is a lot bigger capsule than my last capsule. We just had the Britax Unity Neo or whatever it was called for the other 2. So this one is quite big, but I really, really like it. It is quite heavy. At the moment, it's still attached to the base, so obviously you're not going to carry it around with the base that goes in the car. But yeah, anyway, sorry. So I got this one, and it was only like $2.50 secondhand. They'd actually, even though it goes up to 12 months, they had actually only used it for, I think, 5 months. As they originally just had car seats in the car and they weren't going to do the whole capsule thing like a lot of people do. And then they realised, oh my God, a capsule would be so much handier. So it's hardly even been used. Let me show you. My now basket of soft toys over there. So this is the capsule. This is the one here. It's got so much padding. So I think this is for, like, a lot of people seem to get these for like maybe preemie babies or smaller babies. Like, I think because it just, I don't know. When I read the description, it made sense. Anyway, so this is the one we have. And I really like it. It is kind of big, I think, compared to the Britax Unity one. It is quite big, but I loved this. So the hood feature on it comes all the way down here. Like, that's amazing. So, like, if it's sunny or windy or whatever, she can literally just be tucked in there all snug. And, like, obviously there's still, like, lots of air can come in. Like, obviously if it's a really hot day, I'm not going to enclose her. But I just thought that was amazing because, again, the Britax ones, you've just got, like, this little clip-on shade, I guess. Like, it's not solid. It's just, like, a sheer shade, which I didn't love. And I love that this one's, like, fully attached and it comes way, way, way down. And, yeah, it just so happens to go on my Pram. So I was stoked. And, yeah, a $700 capsule that I got for $250 that's barely been used. Again, James, I've literally taken all of this apart and just washed all of it and put it back on here. And James has come over with something grotty on his hands. Like, bloody toddlers, I tell ya. Like, anyway, that'll easily wipe off. It's not the end of the world. But, oh, they've even unclipped it. They must have been putting toys and stuff in here, I reckon. They've unclipped it all. I don't know why, but that's really going to bother me. So now I've got to clip it back. This is like OCD, guys. These things have to be right. There we go. So she'll be tucked in there. I can't even imagine. Like, it doesn't even feel real that there's going to be this tiny little human just chilling in here. That's crazy. I should say that this also came with a rain cover for the capsule, which I will just keep, I don't know, probably in the car or something once she's in there. But yeah, I love how everything comes with rain covers. It's just so much easier. So now we'll go through all this extra stuff, and some of this stuff I didn't have with the other two. There's some nice dry skin there. That's really attractive. I didn't know dry skin was actually a thing in your second trimester, and this is my third pregnancy. I feel like maybe that's something I should have known, but man, my skin has been so dry. Anyway, quick bump update if anyone cares, but I have just gone, what day is it? Saturday. I was 25 weeks on Thursday. So this is my belly. I actually feel really big. I feel much bigger than what I was with James, because he was way bigger than Sophie, that's for sure. So some of the other items. Oh, so that's another thing that I had sold. I had sold my baby bath and newborn insert to one of my friends, actually. She bought it off me. So that's something else that we needed. Let me just turn you a fraction. I'm dropping everything. So I only got this the other day, but I loved it because baby baths can be so, like, they take up so much space. I was gonna buy, there were some really cool, like the really trendy ones that everyone buys that are like much smaller. It's like a whale shape with like a baby sling that goes in it. Love it. But everyone I spoke to said their babies were only in it for like 2 or 3 months. And I'm like, well, that's not really that handy to have then you've got to buy another one. Anyway, so I went for something a little bit bigger, but it's collapsible. So good old Kmart came through with the goods. I think this was $30. Don't quote me, but I think it was about $30. So it's a collapsible bath. And oh, for any new mums out there, if you're going to buy a baby bath, please, for the love of God, get one that's got a plug inside, because you cannot imagine how heavy these are, and to try and like tip the water out, oh my God, no. So make sure you get one that's got a plug on the inside of the bath. Most of them come with one, but some don't, so just keep that in mind, okay? So we got this one, so you can fold it down, and then I can just like hook it on the back of the bathroom door or the laundry door, or tuck it under somewhere, I don't know. But it just seemed a bit more practical to me, a bit easier to like deal with. So we got this one. So yeah, I think it was only like $30 or something. The one I was gonna buy, I think, was on Amazon, which was also collapsible. I think that was like $60. It did come with a baby sling already in it, but I thought, oh, the sling seems like really small. I feel like it wouldn't fit for very long as well. You'd have the same issue. So again, good old Kmart. You can get plastic inserts for your baby bath, which is what we did with the other 2 children. But I saw this and I thought, I know this feels very like 90s or something, I don't know. But I thought actually this would be really, really practical. So it's a bath support. I think it goes that way, I would assume. But it's like almost like more of a hammock, like it's a toweling material, like a face washer kind of thing. And I thought that'd be much more, like, way softer for them to lay on than a really hard plastic seat. So it's more of like a little hammock seat more than anything. So I thought way more comfortable, way softer, way warmer. And also you literally can just, I'm not sure how, I think there's a little Velcro strip under here, but you can just whip it off the frame and chuck it through the wash if you need to. Because if you're really unlucky, babies will poo in the bath. I think James only did it once or twice, but Sophie actually did it all the goddamn time. And you'd have to empty the bath, like rinse off the baby, empty the bath, rinse off the baby, wash the bath out, fill it back up, put the baby back in to fill the said baby that was in pooey water, and basically do bath time all over again. It does happen and it sucks. I'm not even kidding. This is TMI, but I'm not even kidding. There were occasions where I like panicked and literally just scooped it out with my bare hands. Literally like warm poo in my hands. I was like, oh my God, to get it out of the water so she wasn't floating in the poo. And then I realized it's already touched the water. She's already in it. Like, it's too late. There's nothing you can do. And it sucks. Anyway, I love that I can just wash this. Anyway, so that's the bath situation. These, I really wanted these for James's, when we had James, but I just, at the time, we couldn't really afford it. Like I said, I have saved up for these. These are quite expensive, these 2 items. This is the Tommee Tippee UV sterilizer. This had only just come out maybe 6 months after James was born. So it's a 3-in-1, a sterilizer, dryer and storage. So once you've washed the bottles, I still will like wash up my bottles like in the sink, and then I'll pop them in here to sterilize them, dry them, and then probably just keep them in there until like I need them, because I usually will use all the bottles and then wash all of them together. Like it just makes sense to me. I know some people kind of wash and do it as they go, but to me I'll just do like a batch of them every day or second day or whatever. Depends how old the baby is, how much they're drinking. You get the point. So we bought this that kills 99.9% of harmful germs, 4 modes, auto light shut off, 6 bottles in 60 minutes. I thought that's not too bad. What else have we got? I don't know what else it says. What have we got? Oh, it's just got the instructions sort of thing along there. But no, I really love it. I've heard great things, and I've heard so many people put more than just bottles in there. Like you can do dummies, you could do like toys if they've got certain like plastic toys that they always have in their mouth or something. You could literally put in there. You could literally put like, I don't know, keys in there maybe, because you all know how grotty those get. I don't know. That might be really bad advice. Maybe don't do that. But I just love that you can actually put like, it's like you could probably use it for anything other than just bottles. But I love that, because for our previous other 2, we had the A-Vent, what were they, like the steam ones where you pour the water in, like the big container ones, electric. I know lots of people have the microwavable ones, but we had the electric one, and that would take like an hour anyway for them to sterilize. So if this sterilizes them and dries them in that time, that's great, because bottles are so annoying to dry. Because we had the Tommee Tippee anti-colic bottles, and if you've seen those, they have like extra pieces in the middle. There's like a stick and like a little rubber like ring, and then there's like an extra ring bit that goes on top. So many extra pieces, and that literally was a nightmare to wash and dry. Like I hated it. Anyway, so we got that. This was, oh, I don't even want to say how much it was because I don't actually remember. I know I definitely got it on special. I got like a good deal on it, but I don't remember what it was. And I don't actually want to quote because I don't even remember. Same with this one. I feel really bad, but like quick Google can tell you how much they are. But personally, I wouldn't pay full price for them. I would wait for them to come on sale, because they do literally every other month or something. I seem to see them on sale. Like they're a lot of money. So if you can save money where you can, especially for expensive items, if you can get them cheaper, then obviously get them cheaper. If you can afford to just buy them whenever you want, then I love that for you, babe. Like actually love that for you. So we bought the BabyBrezza. Both my other children were bottle fed. Sophia breastfed for about a month. We had a lot of complications and problems. I'm not even going to go into it because I know some people, it's so controversial, people that don't breastfeed, or some people only seem to deem certain reasons to give up breastfeeding. Like, there's only certain things that are like, oh, well, I guess that's okay. Like, do you know what I mean? We had a lot of different reasons, like a lot. And it was like an extremely traumatic time for me. And it's something I've never really gotten over. And then a similar situation happened with James, and it just didn't happen. Anyway, so for me personally, I don't want to hear any comments about breastfeeding, bottle feeding, blah, blah, don't want to hear it. But we are bottle feeding. Obviously, I'll still do colostrum and stuff. Sorry, this baby brain. I'm tired. Still do colostrum and stuff because that is like the most unbeatable liquid gold. Like, anyway, we all know. But we are bottle feeding. And this, I really wanted to get with James, but again, we couldn't really afford it. It was much more expensive at that time because again, it hadn't been out for that long. We had what brand was the other ones that we had? Might have even been Tommee Tippee. The bottle maker that didn't have the formula part. It just does the water. You put the formula in and then it does the other bit of water. So it's water. God, that sounded so Australian. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so the bottle was made at the perfect temperature. So within like a minute, you've made a bottle. It's perfect temperature, ready to go, bang. We loved that. We had that for both our other children. It was really good. But this one obviously has the formula. I know there's a lot of debate on how accurate the formula dispenser is. I've seen a lot of TikTok videos of people literally measuring out what it has. It'll like, you know, dispense the formula and then they measure out what it is to what it needs to be. And so many people have it, they say it's very accurate for them. I think it's just a hit or miss for like a few people if they get a bad one or if something's not quite calibrated right or something. But for the most part, it seems very accurate. And for me, I think, well, if the very vast majority it works for, then like I'm going for that. But these are just one of those things there. These are things I want to note are not a necessity. They are not a necessity to have. If you can't afford them or you don't want them, 100% you do not need them. I've got these because I know they will make my life easier. And this is my third baby and I'm like, you know what? Newborn is hard. Everything is hard. Whatever's going to make my life easier. If I can save up and afford them, then I'm getting them. And my husband was 100% on the same page. He was like, that's fine, babe. Like, whatever. And as soon as they were on special and I told him, I'm like, oh my God, they're on special. I bought them separately at different times. I didn't just spend that much money, hundreds of dollars at the same time. But he was 100% all for both of these items. But yeah, so this just dispenses the formula and the water, God, for you, and the bottle's ready to go in like, I don't even know how long this takes. Does it say? I think it's pretty quick. Probably like a minute or something. And when you've got a screaming baby in the middle of the night or at any point in time, which is never fun, like if something's going to make that phase or those moments easier for you, then I'm doing it, okay? I am doing it. So we've got that. Anyway, let's get through some of the smaller things over here. So hang on. I just need a quick sip of water. So some of these things I got from Baby Bunting and some were from Target and Kmart. I think that's what all these things are from. So I'll start with what I got from Baby Bunting. This was when we popped down to Hobart the other day because we don't have a Baby Bunting in Launceston because we're POV up here. We got these swaddles. So these were on clearance. They are both, what size are they? This one's size 0 to 2, which is 12 to 24 months. And I got the 1 tog. So the tog is how warm or how thick it is. The higher the tog, the thicker it is. So this is a 1 tog. So I figured, because she's going to be born in the middle of Australian summer, this will be great for next year. They didn't have anything for newborns, which is what I was actually looking for. And then I grabbed this one, which is for this winter, next winter, when she's still a little beb. So this one's 3 to 12 months, and this is a 2.5 tog. It's like really thick and padded. So another sleep sack, and it's got the most beautiful print on it. It's got like little hot air balloons and elephants. What else is on there? Some stars and moons. Like I just thought that was so sweet. I kind of wish these come in my size because they'd be so cozy. And oh, I finally decided on bottles because I could not make up my mind. So with Sophie, we had the Avent, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. We had the Avent ones for Sophie and I actually really liked them. I can hear children running. Then with James, we had Tommee Tippee ones, the colic ones, which is funny because Sophie was the colic baby and James was not. We ended up, I actually prefer the look of the Avent ones because they're just white and clear. And the Tommee Tippee ones, they don't do just the white and clear anymore like what I had for James. Now they have these little coloured like rims around the lids, and I'm like, Georgia, this is, I don't know if this is like an OCD thing, but it bothers me. Anyway, I'm so dramatic sometimes. This is like, I argue with my own brain over the dumbest stuff. And I'm like, Georgia, this does not matter. It's a bottle. Like it literally doesn't matter. Anyway, so Baby Bunting had 30% off Avent bottles, and they had 20% off Tommee Tippee bottles. But the Avent bottles were like 2 bottles for 35 or something, and the Tommee Tippee had 3 bottles for 25 and then 20% off. So I bought 2 3-packs. what have we got? The 0 month one, so they're 260 mils. You can get smaller ones and you can get bigger ones. So this is sort of like the middle one. But I thought, well, even when they're newborns and they're only having a small amount of milk, you can still put them in this bottle. So again, try and get this sort of stuff when it's like on special. And I think the only other thing I bought from Baby Bunting, it's so hard to find newborn hats. And again, because she's going to be born in the middle of Australian summer, yes, she's never going to be in the sun. We're always going to try and make sure to keep her in the shade or whatever it may be. But, you know, I still just wanted a baby hat anyway. And I've found the Baby Bunting ones are the best fitting by far. So it's like a little Legionnaire hat. And tell me that Legionnaire. Is it Toshi? Toshi had one of these hats as a baby too. And it seems to just fit their head so much better. I saw this and I think this was, I'm so bad at remembering prices. I think it might have been $10 or $15. I don't remember, but I just thought this would actually be really handy. So I grabbed, it's a portable change mat, and you can see it's got like little compartments to put nappies in and wipes in, and like a changing pad. And I just thought this would be amazing for the car because I cannot tell you how many times I've changed my babies in my boot. And if you're a mum, you also can probably relate to that. If you're a new mum or you've not even had kids yet, I can just tell you, you are probably going to change your children in the boot. It just happens, okay? It's not what we want, but it just happens. And I thought this would be really handy to keep in the boot of the car. Just quickly, baby wipes. I have tried every goddamn baby wipes there is to offer in Australia. Target ones, this is just off the top of my head, the main ones that stand out, because majority of them are sort of the same. Target, absolutely rubbish. Huggies are good wipes, but to me, I can't justify spending that much money for something that's just going to wipe shit off a baby's bum. Like, if we're going to be honest, that's all it's for. So I just can't justify. Yes, they're good. They're really thick. Like, if you're used to the cheaper ones and then you go to Huggies, they're so thick. But to me, I just can't justify that for something just to wipe a baby's bum. I just can't. They're just absolutely overpriced for what they are. Anything else that stands out? Water wipes aren't bad. I don't mind those. Cub ones, I don't mind those. I have, because I've got like little packets. I have some of those in my baby bag in my car just because they're cheap and little, and just like, you can even just stick them in your purse, like a handbag, because they're like really, they're only like this big, a little packet. My all-time favorite ones, like best value for money that are actually good wipes, hands down, are the Kmart ones. You get a box of 6 packets. You get 6 packets in a box. I think they're like $10 a box for 6 packets. And I just think they're really good wipes, really good quality, I think, for what they're made for. And yeah, really great value. Like $10 for 6 packets. You pay like, not like, I can't think what a Huggies packet is, but it's like, you wouldn't even get 2 packets for $10. I don't even know what one is, but yeah, you get 6. And I think that's amazing value. Amazing. So at one point I thought they discontinued them and I was beside myself. But they haven't, they're still going. So I've been trying to find newborn swaddles that zip because I've just been struggling to find them for that. Like, it's mainly the first 2 or 3 months that you really want them, because that's when the baby like wants to be swaddled. For some, Sophie had to be swaddled or she would not sleep. James, after the first week, I realised what was going wrong. He actually didn't want to be swaddled. The second I let his arms out, slept amazing. I was going to say slept like a baby, but that is literally the worst saying ever. Anyway, so I finally found some at Kmart, and can I just say, all the Ergo baby ones and all that kind of stuff are like $40 or $50 for one swaddle. To me, I can't justify that. Like, I just can't. Kmart, these were a 2-pack for, I think, $18 or $13. They had a couple of different ones that literally looked exactly the same, but somehow with different price. I think these were 2 for $18. So I grabbed 2 packs of the 2 for $18. I have 4 swaddles, okay? So I just got like little woodland animals, so cute. So you can keep their little arms in. Obviously it's got the zip and it has a zip at the bottom. So if they're all warm and snuggled in and they decide to shit themselves, then you can literally just zip it up from the bottom, just change that bit, keep them all snugly up here, so much easier. So I grabbed that one, and it also came with a little, just a green florally kind of one, faunery one, whatever you want to call that. Which I thought they're actually really cute. 2 for $18. That is so cheap. So I grabbed a couple. And then the last thing, which is actually the last thing from Kmart, is I also love these swaddles just to have. They're the like stretchy ones. They're not how do I get into you? You can get the like linen-y ones, which I have a few of, and they're really nice. But I really wanted to get these ones. So these have like the little Australian like florals, and one's got like koalas and cockatoos and stuff on them, which are really, I think they're really cute just for what they are. So this one's like just a little bit stretchy, but I find these are, I'm pretty sure, yeah, 100% cotton. So super breathable, really, really nice fabric actually. This was a 3-pack for like $12 or $15, I don't quite remember. But yeah, we love swaddling our kids in these. So that's how big one of them is. We had heaps of these for Sophie, and she loved them, It even shows you on the back how to swaddle if you're not sure. It's really easy to do, and a lot of babies love them. Obviously some don't, but a lot of babies love them. Yeah, so I just wanted to have at least a pack of those because they're handy, or even just for a little light blanket to chuck over them in the pram or something. Okay, now we're actually definitely moving on to Target. I didn't have any bibs, and because they had a clearance, I got 3 packs of the 3. I don't know how quick we'll go through these. I don't remember how we go through bibs a lot when you've got babies, but I just thought they were cute colors. So yeah, I just grabbed 3 of those. I'm like, 9 bibs, surely that'll do for a while. Will it? What else did I get? I grabbed a 10-pack of some little washcloths. They were just cute colors, they were cheap, and that's what we wash our babies with in the bath. Just handy to have. What else have we got? Oh, I bought this. So cute, by the way, a little gingham, and it's like a soft, like a waterproof texture. Portable change mat. So I haven't bought it yet. I still haven't got a nappy bag, but I want to get one that's not, like, I don't like the traditional ones. They're too big. For me, this is my 3rd baby. I know what I want to have with me, what I don't need with me. You don't need to pack the whole house and the kitchen sink. I want something smaller, like much smaller. And obviously if you're not getting a traditional baby bag, because they all come with a change mat. So I thought, well, this might be my way around that, because like it's pretty small, pretty slim, pretty soft. But yeah, it's literally just a little change mat to take with you. So I thought, well, I'm going to grab that and put that in whatever baby bag I end up getting. Because for me, I'll do like a little baby bag video later on once I've got one and put stuff in it. But I really don't put that much in personally. But I'll do a video on that actually. So I grabbed this little change mat because I just thought it was really cute. And then I bought the matching nappy caddy for in the house. This one's got 3 compartments, so you can do your nappies, your wipes, any creams, lotions, whatever you want to do in there. So I really like that. I thought that was quite cute. And then one of my last items is, I think I said I wasn't going to get any more, that I was done for baby blankets, but I found this one. I just thought it was so beautiful. The Cable Sherpa knit blanket. I just really like, I love beige stuff, because everywhere I've seen baby blankets, everything's either pink, blue or grey, and I don't want any of those. So I love this beautiful beige. I thought it was really pretty, and obviously the knitted one is just nice and warm, like, hello, we live in Tasmania. And it's got like the fleecy side. So this was 40% off, so I grabbed it because I'm like, that's actually really cheap. I think that's about it. So I just want to quickly say some of the items, like not all of these things are necessary. To me, they're things that I have, like the bibs, blankets, swaddles. I know what works for me because I've done it twice before. All babies are different. They're all going to be different. My two were very different in a lot of ways and very similar in a lot of ways. So I've pretty much got majority of what I need for the baby now. I've got nearly everything to like bang, first day, let's go. The only things I still have yet to buy, what have I got? I think there's 4 items. A baby bag, which I've got my eye on one. It's a Soul brand, S-O-L-L, I think it's spelled. I think it's an Australian one. They do little kids back, like corduroy backpacks. Love them. I'm waiting for the one that I want to come back into stock, but I think that's the one I'm going to go with. They're really, really nice. And you can personalize them, but I don't think I will because I've seen videos about putting your kids' names all over stuff for other people to see. Like that it can be a safety issue at school or with other things. I don't know. That's just what I've heard, and I personally am just not comfortable putting my kids' name all over their stuff. So a baby bag, I need to do that, which I'm planning to do in the next few weeks because they told me they should be back in stock start of November. A couple of weeks even, yeah. Baby bag. Another one is I want to get a baby carrier because we use them a lot with our other babies, especially Sophie. She had really bad colic, really bad reflux, basically couldn't be put down for the first 4 months of her life. And I'm not even exaggerating. It's not that I was coddling her or babying her. She would scream all day, every day, first 4 months of her life. And the baby carrier was an absolute lifesaver. Even with James, like we go for a walk every day. We've got a dog, we had a toddler at the time. Now we're going to have 2 kids. Like we like to be out and about. And for some babies, that's just easier, or it's easier than taking like a whole pram if you're just going for a walk with the kids on their scooters or whatever. So I want to get a carrier, and that one, I want to get a, what was it called? Chico, C-H-E-K-O-H. They do beautiful carriers. Again, I think they've got some corduroy ones and some non-corduroy ones. I just really like them. They look really, really comfortable, and they've just brought out new ones that are from newborn to 2, where before I think they were 3 or 4 months to 2 or something like that. I really want to get one of those. I just want to shout out to that brand because their stuff looks beautiful. So I want to get one of those. I want to get like a little bouncer / like just one of those like seats they can lay in that you can like gently rock. Just so I can like, because I use that a lot with the other, not a lot. It was very handy with the other 2 if I wanted to quickly vacuum, wash some bottles or whatever. And especially with James because he would sit in it and because he was a baby. And so if he was only 3, she'd like sit there and like play with him and occupy him so I could quickly get some things done. Or even if I was in the shower, I'd come and carry them in and put them in the bathroom so I could see them while I just quickly showered. I do think they make life easier. I really, really like them. So I need to get another one of those because they sold it. And that one, I'm going to get the BabyBee brand, the same as my Pram. The BabyBee one looks really, really nice. I definitely could go cheaper. I still am keeping all these things that I still have to get. I am keeping my eye on Facebook Marketplace in case something else comes up. Because yeah, it's just, you don't always have to buy new, and I'm not stuck to just that particular one. It's just, if I can't find anything else, that's the one that I like. And then the only other thing I want, which I still have mixed feelings on, I haven't actually 100% decided if I want it or not. And Sam's in the same boat. We go back and forth with it a lot. And that is the baby bins. So it's when you change them, you chuck it in a little baby bin next to you. That's apparently it helps with odors, and it's just a good like storage. Although I've heard they're like disgusting when you change them, that they smell. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. So many people say, no, you don't need them. It's definitely not a necessity. We've had 2 babies and never had a baby bin. Smelly nappies just go in a scented baby bag, tie them up, and we take them straight out to the bin, like the actual bin outside, not our kitchen bin. So I don't know, maybe we'll just continue doing that, but then sometimes it might be handy to literally just drop them in a bin. I don't know, I'm really not sure. If anyone has any opinions on that, please comment below and let me know if you found them helpful or not. I don't know, I'm just not sure if I want to do it or not. Because like I said, I've got by perfectly fine with 2 without it. Like, I've lived a very easily life. In that sense, that particular subject, it's not been like a hassle as is. Where when you get the bins, you've got to like then keep rebuying the liners, specific liners and stuff that catch them. And I'm like, is that just another expense when we've done well without it? I don't know. Anyway, so that's all my baby products I've got so far, and I've just told you the things we've got left, so not much left. I don't know if you're looking at all this thinking, oh my god, that's so much stuff for a baby, but for me personally, these are things that were just on my list that I wanted to have, that I know I'll use, that work for us, whatever. And yeah, it doesn't help that I sold majority of my previous baby stuff. So yeah, otherwise I would have saved a lot of money. But anyway, here we are, buying it all again. But like a lot of this, I can, like all this sort of stuff, and the pram, and oh, I even forgot to say this co-sleeper. I didn't even mention this. Oh, and inside, oh, I knew that was happening. I got this, I can't remember if it was Kmart or Target. This is a breastfeeding pillow. Even though, yes, I didn't breastfeed, these are so comfortable to lay a baby on when you're bottle feeding as well. Okay, so just because you're bottle feeding, if that's what you're going to do, these are still worthwhile. They're still so comfortable, and I definitely would recommend. Otherwise, you start to get really sore arms, and I used to like get multiple cushions and like prop my arm up, which I still did even with this sometimes as James got bigger, because he was really heavy. He was a big boy. I still would recommend one of these. They're not very expensive either, maybe $15. I don't actually know. Co-sleeper. So I borrowed one of these with Sophie, the exact same model one, from my best friend when I had Sophie, and then I gave it back to her when I was done, and then she sold it because she was done having kids. So she thought she had a surprise third baby and had to rebuy literally everything. This one I bought secondhand with James. So it's got a flat side and the other side's like curved a little bit, like just on the corners. So it goes hard up against your bed. These little legs go under your bed. And then this white bit here, that's just mesh. And then this bar from here to here, you can roll it down and then like Velcro it. So as they're next to your bed, if you roll the side down, I can see them clearly. My blanket can't reach them. It's not in the way. And they're literally in arm's reach. We do not co-sleep. We didn't, not even once with James, and I'm not planning to with this one. I'm very much not a co-sleeper person. If you are, I'm definitely not judging you. Just for me personally, it's just a no. Anyway, I loved ones like this that you can just have right next to your bed. They're in arm's reach. Everybody's safe. I just really liked it. So yeah, so we just happened to have kept this. I don't know why this wasn't sold after James. But yeah, so I completely pulled it apart a couple of weeks ago, washed everything through the wash on a really hot wash, made sure everything was really clean, put it back together. Now it's ready to go. So that's what Bub will sleep in. Both of my other two were in it till about 7 months maybe. And then they went into their own rooms and their own beds. So that is actually everything that I have for my baby. I've got the container over here that I've been through before of all the baby clothes and stuff that I've bought. But yeah, that's literally everything. So if you have any questions or there's any particular videos you want me to do, then just comment them below. But yeah, that's everything we have. The only thing we do want to start stocking up on is formula and nappies, which we're going to start doing from now. So whenever they're on special, we're just going to grab them and stock up a little bit on those two things, because obviously they're expensive. With Sophie, we'd stocked up so well that I didn't buy nappies, wipes, and I did buy formula because I was originally hoping to breastfeed with her, so we hadn't stocked up on that. I don't even think we did with James actually either. But nappies and wipes, I had enough for like 8 months with Sophie. I didn't buy a single box of nappies until she was 8 months old. It was amazing. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope it was somewhat informative or helpful or maybe just interesting. Yeah, so thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.